Thanks.
Morning. Coffee fresh? What a bad influence you are on me. I used to lecture people against this stuff. Now I sound like a commercial for it. Of course, your coffee's special. Gives me a good reason to come around. You expecting someone?
Lou, I'd like to talk to you. Lou.
Okay.
Coffee?
Why not? Something tells me I'm not getting through to that girl.
Same problem?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I'd have thought you two cleared that up by now.
You're not the only one.
Well, what gives?
Nothing. And that's a stalemate. She doesn't talk. She barely listens.
Sounds to me like she should be doing most of the explaining.
Yeah, well, try telling her that. Oh, Jake, after she got back late last night, I tried to explain to her the difference between right and wrong. Well, I wish I could tell you that was my first mistake.
Well, did you lay it on the line like you said you were going to do?
Sure.
What happened?
She wouldn't even dignify it with an answer.
She owes you at least that much. Of course, that's not to say she's guilty of copying another student's paper. Failure to communicate, maybe.
Yeah, but her teacher said, he said that she...
Teachers can be wrong, too.
Who do you believe?
I'm partial to facts myself. You and I were brought up to believe teachers and parents, but they're not perfect either.
Well, it looks like she and I are just going to have another talk. Listen, you might hold the fort. I'm going to go try and find her. Would you do that for me,
No,
please?
take all the time you
need.
need.
Sure?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks. Lou, we were...
What's the matter with me? I mean, I can't do anything right. Everything I touch goes bad, Rose. I don't get it. I mean, I try so hard.
Feeling better? You up to talking? What did you mean when you said everything you touch goes bad?
Oh, you know it's true.
Well, it doesn't seem that way to me.
Now, look at the composition.
Yes, maybe we should.
I really wanted to do a good job on it, and I tried really hard. And I thought I did a decent job, and the next thing I know, I'm accused of cheating. I mean, I can't win, Rose.
It's time we got this thing settled right now.
Well, what do you want me to do? Take a lie detector's test?
No, I want you to give me a straight answer. Did you or did you not copy another student's paper?
How can you ask me that?
Well, your teacher said...
You take his word over mine.
Not if you tell me otherwise.
You don't even trust me.
You know I do, Lou. I trust you to tell me the truth.
Even you don't believe me.
You must have a pretty low opinion of me, too, the way you're giving me this runaround.
I am not.
Then answer me.
I did not cheat.
I believe you.
Well, that makes one.
Nope. 2.
What now?
Well, we could let it slide, take the failing grade, and forget about it. Or we can fight.
How?
Well, what we have here is a victim. A classic case of an innocent accused of an act she didn't commit.
So what do we do?
Simple. We prove it.
I really don't understand, Mr. Meyer. Are you the girl's father?
No.
Jake's the...
I'm a friend. I'm a lawyer by profession.
I see. Well, if you intend to argue Luisa's case in front of me, I'm afraid you're...
No, nothing like that. But if it's all right with you, I'd like to help clear up this misunderstanding about the cheating.
I assure you, if there's been any misunderstandings between Luisa and Mrs. Kelly...
Well, I don't think so. And if it's all right with you and Andrew here, I'd like to ask him and Lou some questions.
Well, I certainly don't mind. Andrew?
Do I have to?
No. But why should you object? Surely you have nothing to hide.
No, of course not. I just don't like tests.
Well, you don't have to get graded on this one. Come on, what do you say?
Will you talk to Mr. Meyer?
Yeah, why not?
Good. I'd like to start with Lou, if that's okay. Andrew, would you mind waiting outside for a while?
Okay.
Well, you may proceed, counselor.
I
always wanted to be a judge.
Well, I always wanted to be a teacher. Lou, did you copy Andrew's paper?
No,
Any part of it?
not one word.
How do you explain the similarities?
Beats me.
Any ideas?
Coincidence?
Hardly.
Didn't think so.
The composition was supposed to be about a city that the students visited, isn't that right?
Not necessarily. They could have made one up if they wanted.
What was your city?
Chicago.
Had you ever been there?
7 or 8 months ago.
You described a work of art that you had seen there.
Oh, yeah. It was this really weird thing, like this horse or something by this Spanish artist. I don't know. It was real strange. His name was, Delasso or Carrasco.
Picasso.
Yeah, him.
What was the name of that big avenue you described?
Oh, Lakeshore Drive. It was really something. It was right along Lake Michigan, and it was very, very pretty.
You handed your paper in a day late.
Well, just one day.
Why?
Well, I wanted it to be really good, so I wanted to check over the spelling and the grammar. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. It's a pleasure to have a student who checks over her work.
Lou, it took you a whole day to make those corrections.
Well, that, and plus I didn't like the ending, so I wanted to rewrite it. I'm lucky I only got it in a day late.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, one last question. Did you leave your paper out anywhere where it could have been seen?
Well, yeah, I leave my papers on my desk. I mean, who's gonna steal a composition?
Tell me, Andrew, what city were you writing about?
I don't know. No place in particular.
Really?
Yeah, I made it up.
No kidding. Huh, that's amazing. I could have sworn it was San Francisco.
Yeah, it might have been. You know, come to think of it, it was San Francisco.
You just said you made it up.
Yeah, well, I read a lot, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You know, I remember reading something about San Francisco. Yeah, I guess I got my ideas from that.
Oh, yeah, that could be. You know, how many times do you think you come up with something all on your own, and then it comes from an article or a conversation you heard somewhere, you know?
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I'll bet. You described a work of art. Where'd you see that?
I didn't.
You made that up, too?
Yeah. Hey, I got some imagination, you know.
I'll bet. But you know, it's a funny thing. That piece you wrote about reminds me of a Picasso.
Who?
Oh, it's something I saw in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, see, it couldn't be. I've never been to Chicago.
Oh, I must be thinking about something else. And that big boulevard you wrote about, if it's in San Francisco, it must run along the Pacific Ocean, huh?
Yeah, right, that's the one.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
I don't remember.
Ocean Drive, something like that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it.
You know, you described that in such detail, I imagined I was there.
Well, yeah, you know, it was kind of hard. I read about it a long time ago.
Not too long ago.
What do you mean?
It was a nice paper, Andrew. Too bad you didn't write it.
Hey, I did.
Andrew! Would you mind asking Luisa to join us? I think we've heard enough. Young lady, I owe you an apology.
Yeah?
Yeah, I jumped to a conclusion which happened to be the wrong one. Let me just say in my defense that, well, I made the mistake partly because Andrew's paper came in first, but also because I know him. Or at least I thought I did. And I didn't know you. Until now, at any rate. But you know what, Luisa? I believe I'm going to enjoy having you in my class.
Thanks.
Andrew? Needless to say, your grade will be changed to an F. And if I ever catch you pulling anything like this again, I'll take much more serious measures. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And, Lou, you'll receive an A for an excellent paper.
All right.
And with that, Court is adjourned.
Oh, well, thank you, Your Honor, for listening.
Hey, thank you, Counselor.
Thank you. We really appreciate you taking your time.
Not at all. If I'd been smart enough to realize what was happening, this never would have happened in the first place. Please accept my apologies.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
Bye.
Andrew,
Oh, yeah? Now what?
don't you think you owe Lou an apology?
What for? Yeah, maybe I do. I'm sorry that I got caught.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.
Okay. Dearest Andrew, a couple of months ago, I would have killed you for a crack like that. But now I realize you're not even worth the time. You pathetic creep.